Number one, write it to one person. Number two, focus on the outcome that I'll get if the person turns up. Number three, use action words that lift up and inspire that audience that you're attracting to. And that's how I wrote this copy within under 5 minutes on a plane, uninterrupted time, and my head was clear. And I think the fourth point here is that you can't write copy when you've got a lot of things on your mind and it's like a tick box approach. I used to do a lot. I just to tick box done. It's like social media, tick box done, but it's not really done because done is to get the best outcome. Welcome back to the Marketing Muscle Up podcast show. I'm Richard Taturngyi and good to have you on today. I just came back from a quick trip to Sydney. We're working on one of our market leader clients. And in those services, we actually film, edit, create micro content, write, put it on Facebook, and then obviously generate some crazy great leads for the client. And just before I went away, I got this text message from my trainer. Big shout out to Nathan from the local gym. He listens to these podcasts. And he asked me, would I like to join him for a challenge at his studio at 4:15 a.m. 4 mornings a week. And we had been talking about it for a little bit. He said he might, want to put this challenge on. And I said, yeah, let me know when you know. Not too sure, indecisive about it. I know mentally it'd be great for me, but I also know that, do I really want to commit at 4:15, 4 mornings a week? And anyway, he did text me. He said he was going ahead with it. And the text that he gave me was, do you want to join the 4:15 a.m. challenge 4 mornings a week before Christmas? And I thought about it and I go, I did sort of say before I'm keen, but then just in that moment, I actually said to myself, hey, why would I want to do a challenge at 4:15 a.m.? What would I want to get out of it? And the reason why I'm sort of telling you this and, while I was away, I got this text and in that moment, I had all these thoughts that came through my head to say why I'd want to do a challenge like this for, why I personally want to do it. What's the benefit of this challenge? And so I was on the plane and I got his text message and I got my notes out and I rewrote the headline and I gave him copy for it. Now I don't know if he had people lined up or not. I'm not sure, but I gave him copy, and the copy that I wrote was something that I wrote it just for me, and then I gave it back to him. I didn't have no intent. I just wanted to give it to him, and I wrote the copy on the plane. As I said, about 5 minutes it took me, and I'm not a huge copywriter, but I wanted to break down how I wrote the copy so you could also use it too. In the next time that you use it, do a challenge, you do a Facebook post, or even do any Instagram. And it came down from really, again, what I wanted to do out of this challenge. I was convincing myself in my head, if I was to start this challenge, I certainly want to start it and get a good result. Actually, a great result, an outstanding result. And so I was sort of working it up in my mind how I would do this. And I came up with, 3 things that I needed, and I wrote that down. So I'm going to share that copy with you. And I'm going to tell you the only difference here that you can all do this copy, by the way. So the challenge, as I said, the headline was 4:15 challenge before Christmas. Now he's targeting me. I'm 41 and whenever I train, I've always trained, any of my trainers, I've always wanted to train for a mental strength program. That's me more than anything else, because I know if my mind's strong, my body can be strong. But if the mind's weak, you can't do a lot of things, especially running a business. So there's 3 items that I used, three concepts that I used to get copy written in 5 minutes or less, and to make sure that it's compelling to the person you want to send it to. So these are the 3 things. Number 1, you want to write it to one person. So when you write copy, think about a person, someone that's already in your proximity that you know, and write it like you're writing it just for one person, right? That's number 1. Number 2, you want to focus on the outcome that person will get if they turn up and do the program as you would want them to do the program. So not if they came to 1 session or 2 sessions, but if they came to 4 sessions, and this particular program was 4 times a week at 4:15 a.m. If I was saying to myself, if I came at 4:15 a.m. 3 mornings a week, I'd be finished my workout by 5:15. I've got another good hour before kids wake up. I was thinking, wow, what am I going to, that's what I want to do, right? I want to do my workout. I want to, go for that 5 to 6 a.m. golden hour. I love it. And I've done a workout at 2. And I knew that I have to convince myself of the outcome that I'm going to get, because I'm not just going to, you're not going to rock up at 4:15. And that's the same as your clients. They're not just going to rock up and turn up, just turn up. I mean, some of them will, yes. But essentially, when you're running studios and challenges and things like that, it's very outcome focused. And the more outcome focused it is, the better results you get, the more lead generation you get in. And then the third point, and I think this is the hardest point that most people struggle on, clearly, and that is using action words that lift and inspire someone up to the audience you're attracting. Now, the end part is the audience you're attracting. So if you're attracting one person like myself, right, that means that the action word has to inspire that person, not someone else. And I was going to call one of our group coaching calls that are so powerful in our community. Some of the best, honestly, the best community around, because with the calls are sometimes they're small, sometimes they're big. This one was very intimate, and it's awesome because it doesn't matter what size the groups are, we get huge value from it. And in this group, I was able to basically go down and help her to rewrite the copy, and the words that would inspire that one particular person. She said on the call today, I'm going between someone who's 20 and 50. Yes, that is correct. She's aiming for someone who's 20 to 50. But when you're running a challenge or ads, writing your content for somebody from 20 to 50, it is never going to get the cut through. And we looked at it through the ads manager. And we said, okay, the female content was actually crushing it, under $10 leads. And the male copy was not at the price you want to get it to. And so what we did was we rewrote this copy as the first step to, the pictures are great, the first step to get the copy down, because the copy was broad. So if your copy's broad in challenges and nobody's taking up, it probably means you're not attracting that person. So I'm going to take you those 3 things. Number 1, write it to one person. Number 2, focus on the outcome that I'll get if the person turns up. Number 3, use action words that lift up and inspire that audience that you're attracting to. And that's how I wrote this copy within under 5 minutes on a plane, uninterrupted time, and my head was clear. And I think the 4th point here is that you can't write copy when you've got a lot of things on your mind and it's like a tick box approach. I used to do a lot. I just to tick box done. It's like social media, tick box done, but it's not really done, because done is to get the best outcome. And so when you write copy, when you're doing anything creatively, do it in a creative spot. I mean, you might have to just jump on a plane and go, yep. I find I'm so creative on planes, but find the creative spot for you. And a lot of the time, the misconception here is that you need all these hours to do copy. You'll need bundles of time, clear the schedule for weeks. In fact, it's the opposite. You only need 5 minutes, 10 minutes max, because you're getting the power words out. You're getting clear. Then later, then you can get it nice and, clear, dot the I's, cross the T's, that kind of stuff. But you want the main guts of it out when you're in a creative flow. So do you want to hear my copy? I'll show you. And again, this is just really short copy because there was no copy on it, but it was just a headline. But again, going back to those 4 points, I'm writing from one person. In my head, I'm going, I need to do this challenge, but I need to give myself the reason why I'm going to do the challenge. So what I did here, it was a 4:15 a.m. challenge. And what I did, I love things that are odd. 4:15, I would do 4:14, 4:16, 11:11, 3:33, 4:14, 5:15, 6:16. That you get the gist, right? The reason why I do that is because people remember it. When people remember it, it's easier to sell. So instead of saying it's going to start at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. or 6 a.m., I would do uneven numbers. I've been doing that for years. We used to have a team. Well, we still do. We do it at a different time now, but one of the times we did before was 3:30. So I changed it to 3:33 team day. The reason being is because, well, when new people came into the team, I said, why 3:33? I said, why not? But really the why 3:33 was, I mean, everybody turned up at 3:33. Sometimes 3:30 get late. So in this here was the 4:14 mental strong challenge, right? As a name versus the 4:14 challenge, right? So have your workout this is the copy. Have your workout finished by 5 a.m., ready to turn your day into the most productive powerhouse of your life. So have your workout finished by 5 a.m. Again, the outcome, ready to turn your day into the most productive powerhouse of your life. Again, you're going for someone in that, where for me, if I can be at 5 to 6, still have an hour of amazing creative time without any interruptions, and I've done a workout, I'm winning. So that's a huge leverage for me. Again, it won't be leverage for everybody else, possibly, but it's leverage for me or anybody who understands that they're trying to get a workout before the kids and the family wake up. It's a good leverage for them. So I could even use those words in there. I wrote 3 outcomes now. And remember, that was the second point I said. Guaranteed to strip down the waist and create a lean, strong physique. The words like guarantee, okay, they're strong words. Now, I know guarantees overused as well, but you can put words that inspire you in that point. The action words are strip. That's an action words. Lean is an action words. Physique is an action word. They're words that generally are not seen a huge amount of time. Now, if you're struggling with action words, the best place to go is go to Google and type in Men's Health magazine, new weekly, type in, fitness magazine covers, right? And then you get all the covers of magazines. And the great thing about that is that covers of magazines are like, they're clickbait heaven. And you're finding the power words. They've got power words all over those headlines. So yeah, just Google, or you might have some magazines around. I just like to Google. If you don't want to go to the shops, you just write Men's Health magazine covers and you'll see years and years of covers, and just choose one of those power words to replace the current words you have. That's huge. That would literally change all your copy straight away. Number 2 point, walk away. So walk away with a mentally strong mindset, ready for explosive growth in every aspect of your life. Explosive is the action work. Walk away could be probably more powerful. Mentally strong, that inspired me. Aspect of your life. So meaning that person has other things in their life. If somebody is just training, that's all they're doing, well, they don't have other areas of life. But you're targeting people with other areas of life. Number 3, add years to your life. Decrease your resting heart rate and live with absence of health. And abstinence, I should say, of health. Now, add years to your life. You can look at any, body scanners, all those kind of processes, and they'll always body scans, and they'll always say, you do this and you decreased your age, your bio age, and so forth. So that's where that comes from. I know that's going to be truth if I commit to those 4 results. Add years to your life. Well, if I'm targeting someone who's 20, that's probably inappropriate. It's not really going to work. So again, this only works when you're targeting one particular person. Then I'm going into the details. How are you going to do that? Okay, work with a small group of 4 who are ready to make the changes required. Teamwork. Put into work to get to their dreams. Spots are strictly limited. I'm looking for 4 people who want to take extreme ownership of their life. Extreme ownership, Jocko's book. I remember that extreme ownership word. Sometimes when you use book covers, when you find books that you love, like extreme ownership, things like that, they're great because they're bestsellers. So people know, oh, that book. So you can use words like that and throw it in. And for that person who may have read that or in that space, they go, oh, I know that from somewhere. So you're attracting people who know that. And that was it. And there's a bit of there, how to get started and that kind of stuff. Reply back was a reply back. Let's do it, I think. Or you can always use reply back extreme or reply back results, things like that. If you're sending in text, that's our fast lead process, or emails and so forth. But I hope that's helped just to show you that there was 3 points. There was more of a headline, outcome focus, 3 points, details. Simple. The key is the action words. The key is talking to one person. The key is the outcomes. A lot of the time we focus more on the services, what they get in the actual service, but we don't focus on the results that they do. And you might be going to, but Richard, how do you guarantee results? Richard, how do you make sure they add years to their life? Well, nothing's guaranteed in life. Nothing's going to given to you. But at the end of the day, if you do the program and you turn up, you're going to get some results, amazing results. And this particular process, if I turn up and beat my alarm clock and they have an hour free, like, of course there's going to be results. So I think we've got to really sell our services better, like anybody else would sell. Like I've got, these iPods just here. If you're watching this on YouTube, I've got iPod up here. And have you ever seen an Apple release? The benefits of these things, like they're outstanding. Don't be scared to sell your services. Don't be scared to lift the bar up. Don't be scared to actually know that we're going to be changing lives here. And sometimes it seems so serious. I'm changing lives, but you can break that down. And that's what a challenge is for. You break it down and you go from there. So I hope you found this episode hugely valuable. If you have, I'd love to know. Just simply hit my Instagram up and say, hey, Richard, listen to the episode. Love to know if you listened to it, and say that was helpful because of, or just say, hey, I listened to it. Cool. Thank you. That does help us to know what you love, what you're going to hear more of. And it also helps me to know that you're getting value out of these episodes you're listening to, and I can start to see that take shape. Team, if you are wanting to make 2023 your best year ever on record, I'd love to chat to you. We're running a fast lead program that starts. And for those who do want to take the next progression of their business, the future is really, really bright in the fitness wellness industry. It's hugely bright. And it's just going to get better and better. And we're finding right now that anybody who's been through, the slog, the grind over the last couple of years, and they're here, the sun is bright and it's shining. Leads are coming through. Everything's working better than it did. And so I'd love to work with you and help you out to get to that next level. If you are interested in that, just go to website commarketing.com.au. You're going to go to the show notes, register your interest there. It's simply $27. And I can see in the next intake that we do, we only take a small handful of people every intake. So it's more like a mastermind round table, so we can get the best results for you. So team, hope you enjoyed that episode. I'll catch you next time on the Marketing Muscle Up podcast show. And if you are wondering, by the way, am I going to start the 4:15 a.m. challenge? Certainly I'm going to start the 4:15 a.m. challenge because I have convinced myself to do so. And along with Nathan, my great trainer, he's going to give it a crack too and motivate us all to have the best, to have that best day. And so it does start with deciding. So I am going to do it, and I'll let you know how those results go. Either way, they'll always go well, especially if you're starting a day in a positive light like that. Catch you guys. I'll catch you next time, and I'll keep you updated how my 4:14 a.m. challenge goes. Bye for now.